Hey guys, how you doing? It's Paul from Valley Central Airsoft again. I have another review for you because I'm about to get rid of this gun. And for you that haven't seen, Novritsch just released a brand new sniper that he's designed from the ground up, and I'm really excited for it. For me to be able to afford that, I'm gonna have to sell my primary, which is more of a bittersweet kind of thing. I really enjoy this gun. I really like it. I think it's awesome. It's just a matter of having to want to outrange everybody else, and I trust his products completely. So, right now I'm going to show you and review the Ares MSR 338. I have owned this gun for probably almost 3 years now. It is an excellent piece of hardware. I really do like this gun. I'll roll back here. Like I said, it's just a matter of getting rid of it for the new gun. So, let's start basic. Before I get into the internals, I'm gonna give you a quick external. So to start off, it's a full CNC aluminum outer shell. This gun is extremely tough. It doesn't scratch. It's just a tough build gun. The outer barrel is metal as well. No plastic, right? Everything here, full CNC metal. It's got the Remington Defense trademarks on that side and on this side. It comes with one mag. This is a 75 round full metal magazine. The only plastic parts, the feed tube plastic, and the buttons on top that release the BBs. The rest of the magazine externally is metal. So, beautiful. So we're gonna, you have the grip here. This is rubberized, extremely comfortable. I have full stability over this gun one-handing it. That's how stable this is. It's a very balanced piece of hardware. The scope does not come in the package. This is my scope. I bought it about 3 years ago with my first sniper. I got for $30 on sportsmanguide.com. This is an N-Star 3x9x40. I really enjoy this scope. It is, in my opinion, a perfect airsoft scope. It's a shatterproof scope. I've taken bursts of BBs right in the scope and not even a scratch. Actually, you'll see the BB explode. It's actually really scary when you're looking through the scope. The rifle itself has a folding stock. You depress this little gray tab, and it locks into position. That's for storage. You can't rack the bolt. As you see, the bolt's right there. You cannot rack the bolt when it's back like that. So you push the button, fold it back out, locks into place. It has a slight bit of wobble, but I found that I was able to fix that by taking a piece of styrofoam, putting it on here, cutting it to shape, which is a U shape, putting it on here, locking it in position, and the wobble disappears. You have an adjustable butt pad that goes not just in and out, but up and down. So you can adjust this. This is the in and out wheel right here. This is the cheek riser pad. This goes up and down as well. You also have a lock-in screw on each one that you can lock it in position so it won't wobble. The rail on the top runs all the way from the bolt to the front, so you can attach whatever you like. I've had a lot of things on here. I've had straight foregrips. I've had angled foregrips. I have had angled iron sights on the side. You can see my front one is still on. I have to take that off. The gun itself comes with 3 rails. Besides the one on top, you get one for each side and the bottom. You also have this little bit of rail segment, which I'd suggest putting a angled foregrip on it. It's just a lot more comfortable. It's also very comfortable to hold on its own. It's a little bit strange to hold it up here by the barrel, but you can, it's whatever is up to you. So the gun is bolt action spring. You rack it back like that. You can see it's got a very special looking bolt on it, and very push forward. It is really smooth. Now this gun has a double safety. You notice you have the safety right here, right? Even when the safety's off, I still can't pull the trigger because the magazine's not in it. If I put the mag in though, and I take the safety off, pull the trigger right away, no problem. So, that's the externals of this gun. Internally, it comes with, actually, you know what? Let me break out the parts for you. So parts-wise, this is the barrel. This is the original barrel. I'm going to the reason I have the original barrel right now is purely on the fact I've upgraded the entire internals of this gun to, you know, make it even better. So this is a 6.01 brass inner barrel. It has good accuracy. As you noticed, it's a little bit short on length, and I'm going to explain that because you saw the length of the barrel compared to, or the length of the gun compared to the length of the barrel, and you're like, wow, that's odd. So I'm going to explain why that is. Right here is the original cylinder. As you can see on the inside, there's the original piston. I'm going to screw it and pull that out for you. The original cylinder. It's made of a not a horrible metal, but it's made of a flimsy, almost pot metal. I really noticed it when I first got it that I really wasn't a huge fan of it, but it still fired pretty decently for a straight out of the gun box. So here, that is the cylinder itself. Okay, now here, piston. You can see it's a slightly better than the average airsoft sniper that you can get for $100. So it's not a bad piston. You can see that the rubberized front, but it's not fully encased in rubber, so you do get that metal hit, and you don't exactly have a perfect seal. Now, as you noticed, I am talking down the parts, and you'll see why in a minute. But I have nothing wrong with these parts. It's a good gun out of the box, and I'm going to keep stressing that. Here you have the first spring that I got. This is an M120. It's just a normal average sniper spring. You can get a pretty decent pull on it. It's nothing special, but have it. Here is the most important piece. The spring guide stopper. Alright, there you have it. It matches perfectly with this. Nothing ridiculously special. So, those were the parts that I upgraded. I went with the Novritsch Internal Upgrade Kit for the Ares MSR 338 version 2. That's obviously the gun I own. So, I purchased the gun itself for $500. It was a little bit pricey when I bought it. I haven't seen it advertised on eVic for a while, so I'm not sure if they're carrying it anymore. I know Red Wolf still carries it, but I got it from eVic for $500. You can get it on Red Wolf a little bit cheaper, but the thing is, you know, you got to pay for the extra shipping if you're in the United States. So, internally, and I'm not going to break down the internals right this second, so I don't really feel like breaking down the gun just for a video, to be honest. I'm about to ship this to a guy that bought it. So, internally, it has a 6.01 stainless steel barrel that I purchased from Novritsch, and the kit came with that. It came with an upgraded hard steel cylinder, it reinforced spring guide stopper. Along with the reinforced spring guide stopper, it came with a reinforced cylinder. This isn't the part, obviously, this is the original, but it came with all new, different parts, new piston, new cylinder. It also came out with something that I've never seen before besides from his kits, which is a leak stopper ring. It's a tiny little steel ring that you put on the end of your hop-up bucking, and it seals the gun better. So to the point that, you might even hear this, if I rack this back, I rack this back, it might be closed. And then I put my finger over the hole of the end of the barrel, the inner barrel, and I pull the trigger. You hear a slow leak, but the piston hasn't hit the cylinder head yet. Now, when I pull my finger off, you hear a small gush of air, and it goes forward. Now, a perfect airsoft sniper, it wouldn't move forward at all. So this isn't 100% perfect. He did suggest in his upgrade kit videos, he does suggest that you buy a new hop-up for all of your guns. Now, I was considering doing that, but then I just saw him release his new gun, so I can't, I don't feel like spending $200 when I can make quite a bit on this, and buy his gun, which has already got a special hop-up in it. So that's the way I'm looking at it. The gun itself, very sturdy, very tough, very good out of the box. Not the best out of the box, but still good. The only thing that I had a major issue with, two things that I'm going to bring up right now. Now, if you remember, this barrel seemed a little bit short to match this barrel, right? I mean, look at the difference. Look where this is. Now, on a normal gun, where should that barrel extend to? To here. On this rifle, because to keep to the realism of the real MSR 338 made by Remington Armaments, the mag had to sit here, but they couldn't fit the BB feed chamber with the cylinder all into this section. So the hop-up sits right here, right up here on the gun. The top of the hop-up adjustment, see that little itty-bitty hole right there? That's your hop-up. You gotta stick a tiny-ass Allen key, which I might include does not come with the gun, which was a little bit frustrating. Does not come with the gun, let me stress that again. So you have to have that Allen key, or you gotta go and buy one. They're like $1 for a set that size, but still I had to go buy it. To adjust my hop-up, I had to get a special Allen key. So when you put the mag in, right up here, there's a little button that you push up. That opens up the BB feed tube. There's a feed tube that runs from here to here. And this is where it inserts into the hop-up chamber. It actually will hold 17 rounds in the chamber. So what you should do is you load your 75 round mag, which is the standard. They also make 25 round mags, which are slightly cheaper than the 75 round one. You load your mag, you put it in, right? It feeds your chamber. You then drop the mag, reload the mag again, put it back in, and you're good to go. You'll know that you're starting to lose ammo when you hear the BBs in the chamber rustling. Then you're like, oh, I need to change the mag soon. So that is a little bit helpful. But that was something that disappointed me about this gun. And when I took it apart one time, I lost the spring that holds the BB feed chamber. I ended up using a pen spring to replace this. But when the BB feed chamber goes, when you lose that spring that keeps it closed, the mag will not come out until it's empty, which was really frustrating for a long time. I managed to fix it because I couldn't figure out what was wrong originally, when in hindsight it was a very simple fix, but I couldn't figure it out, so that kind of was a little frustrating. The other thing, and this, anyone from Aries, if you're watching this, I'm mad at you. This is why. The whole gun is metal. You have decent internal parts. Nothing special, but decent internals, right? Wouldn't you think that one of the most important pieces of the gun, the BB feed chamber, would also be made out of metal? It's not. It's made out of a very flimsy plastic. If you take this gun apart wrong, or you drop it in a certain fashion, it will snap, and that's what happened to me. I got a crack in it after I dropped it. I heard it crack. I opened it up, I saw the crack. I'm like, okay, let's glue it, and we'll leave it. I glued it, it was fine. I took the gun apart to clean it. Clean out the hop-up, because I figured I had been using it for a while. I figured, clean out the hop-up chamber, clean out the barrel. So I took it apart, and it snapped. What I ended up having to do was take the two pieces, hold them together, super glue them, and put a piece of electric tape over them. Then I had to very carefully slide the barrel, or the external rail system and the outer barrel, back over it. And then it would work. The BBs continued to jam, so what I did is I had to re-sand out the hole where the feed chamber. I had to run a piece of sandpaper for about an hour through it to loosen it up. I then put it back together, and I haven't had a problem since. But that really pissed me off about this gun, is that BB feed chamber. It works perfectly now. There is not a problem with this gun. It shoots farther than it did with the stock parts, and it outranges most AEGs. I won't say all, because my buddy on the team, Sergeant Specs, his M14 far outranges, well, not far outranges, but can definitely go toe-to-toe with this rifle. So that was one thing that bothered me. But the average AEG, you can definitely outshoot. And when the hop-up's adjusted, and I mean you actually have to spend time and adjust your hop-up, you will outshoot just about everybody, and it is a laser. It's just, you have to spend that time to adjust it. If you do bump the front of the barrel into a tree, or you fall, you're going to have to readjust that hop-up again, because that's just one of the issues with it. It's a very sensitive hop-up. Like I mentioned, Novritsch said to buy a new hop-up for the gun itself, but otherwise, it works fine with the stock parts in it. You don't even need an upgraded spring. I just bought an upgraded spring because I wanted one. So, overall, excellent gun. I'm very sad to see it go. I mean, look, come on. Look at this rifle. This is a sexy rifle. So, I'm honestly pretty sad to see it go. But, you know, the new fad, the new gun, and I trust Novritsch's parts with my life. He builds very tough guns. Also, you've been looking at this gun for a while now. If you might notice, there are little white marks and little brown specks that look like dirt. That does not come on the original gun. I added that. I used textured spray paint in certain areas, especially right here where the grip is, where I put my hand, because when it rains or snows, the metal does get a little bit slick. So that textured paint just gave my gloves a little bit of extra grip and made it a little bit easier to hold. So that's my last thing I have to say on this. It's a very tough, very good built gun, and I'm sad to see her go. So anyway, this is Paul Brodzinski from Valley Central Airsoft, signing off. Have a airsoft.